The by-election, the polling day for this by-election will be on the 17th of September 2026. By-elections, as you know, are conducted in accordance with the electoral laws. That when there is a vacancy that happens in Parliament for one reason or another, it could be death, it could be a court decision, the clerk to Parliament will informs the Electoral Commission. And after informing the Electoral Commission, the Commission is required to make sure that a by-election is conducted within 60 days. The clerk to Parliament informed the Electoral Commission about the vacancy of Adjumani West constituency, and the Electoral Commission has kicked in straight away and conducted this undertook this stakeholders meeting. The people here are raising concerns, they are raising observations, they are making comments. But what is clearly emerging from this is that the people of Adjumani West would like to make sure that they are represented in Parliament, and that a new member of Parliament is elected to represent them in Parliament and to replace the late General Ali. Critical issues that are emerging from the stakeholders are a commitment to conducting a peaceful electoral process. They are saying no to violence. They are saying they should ensure that they maintain the integrity of this electoral process, ensure that the legacy of the late General Ali is upheld by making sure that this by-election is conducted peacefully, that this by-election is conducted in accordance with electoral laws, that this by-election is conducted following the guidelines of the Electoral Commission.
Well, what are some of the commitments the EC boss is trying to convey to the stakeholders here, because he gave assurance of credible election and he has cautioned the community here against voter bribery, including violence?
The chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Justice Bwakamuge Simon, is telling the audience here, the stakeholders, number one, that a free, fair, transparent and credible election is the responsibility of all stakeholders that are involved. The candidates themselves that are going to be nominated, their agents, the supporters themselves, all members of civil society, security, Electoral Commission officials, that each one of them must play their roles in accordance with the law, each one of them must follow the guidelines issued by the Electoral Commission, and each one of them must play their roles peacefully. And so as we start this exercise, the chairperson is mentioning that as we start the update of the voters register for this constituency, which will start on the 4th to the 7th of August, people should turn out and go and make sure that they register. Those ones who turned 18, those who are not yet on the register of the constituency, they should make sure that they go out and register as voters. There will be a period for display of the voters register. The Commission asks them to make sure that you go and check and make sure that foreigners and wrong people have not been brought in the register. And thereafter, there will be a phase for nominations. Nomination will be from the 7th to 8th of September, and then there will be campaigns which will run from the 9th to 15th of September, and polling day, as I've mentioned, is going to be on the 17th of September 2026. But the critical message emerging in the whole here is that each person involved in this by-election should keep peace. That is number one, especially a focus on young people. There is a message coming in from security, from religious leaders, from political leaders themselves, that everybody participating in this by-election should make sure that they do not mobilize the young people, especially, to put them into violence and violent activities that can disrupt the peace that the people of Adjumani are known to have. And therefore, the beginning of filling this position left behind by the death of the late General Moise Ali has begun in earnest.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, sir. Tracy and the viewers, we shall be bringing details of what is taking place here in our subsequent bulletins. Back to you at the Political Command Center.
Thank you so much, Martin Okudi, and indeed, more details on that will be coming up later. Primary Education Minister Phyllis Chamtai has reaffirmed government's commitment to expanding higher education access for disadvantaged learners while launching the second phase of the Higher Education Access Program in Kiryandongo District. She said 818 students from vulnerable families will benefit with a strong focus on increasing female enrollment in science courses through the initiative led by the Forum for African Women Educationalists. On this story, we're joined by, of course, Alan Mwesugwa, who did file this report.
Demonstrates our collective commitment to ensuring that no capable young Ugandan is denied an opportunity to fulfill his or her potential because of financial limitations or social circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Uganda firmly believes that education remains the greatest equalizer and the strongest investment any nation can make. Under the leadership of His Excellency the President and the stewardship of the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Uganda has made outstanding progress in expanding access to quality education.
Over 70% of our nation is young people. Now, if they do not get an education, we as a country will be challenged. And I hope that we will be able to exemplify and ensure that we do all it takes to support the young people and ensure that they are educated. And also thank the Ministry of Education, the government of Uganda, for having given Fawe Uganda, the MasterCard Foundation, and other development partners the opportunity to support and enhance the education of our young people. This is an opportunity that we must utilize because it will change our lives. So let us be hopeful that indeed we will protect ourselves and we will focus and ensure that we prepare you not just for higher education, but to succeed in it.
Many young Ugandans dream of opportunities like yours. Therefore, use every moment wisely. Develop discipline, integrity, resilience, and a strong work ethic. Your academic success will depend not only on your intelligence, but also on your character.
Toro Kingdom has launched the 2026 Toro Annual Youth Conference, bringing together young people and kingdom leaders to discuss innovation, development and youth empowerment. The conference will generate ideas to advance the kingdom's social and economic progress ahead of the 31st coronation anniversary of King Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru Kide IV. Julius Namanya speaks to Toro's Kingdom Prime Minister Calvin Armstrong Romire for more details on this. Well, over to you.
Thank you. Because of the weather, let me speak to Right Honorable Prime Minister of Toro right away. You are welcome. We are live on NBS. How important is this conference, sir?
This is the second edition of the annual Toro Kingdom Youth Conference. The King's 25-year vision centered on youth involvement. And in that sense, this is a very crucial moment for us where we are engaging with the youth. The theme for this particular conference is inspired by heritage, driven by innovation. And what we're trying to say there is, how can we bring the people together to remember our past and enhance it as we innovate, but with respect, but also to promote things like in agriculture. How do we use innovation in our agricultural practices, but also honoring food security and food sovereignty? And in every other area, including education, how do we encourage our people to learn Rutoro using digital methods? So it's really crucial that we engage our youth in these debates and conversations.
We hear this is one of the activities ahead of King Oyo's 31st coronation anniversary.
Absolutely.
How is that?
The date is the 4th of September, and what we're doing a little bit differently is we're trying to do as many activities that are engaging towards the Mpango celebration. Mpango is the coronation anniversary. This is going to be the 31st anniversary, coronation anniversary of His Majesty the King. So we are intentionally creating momentum towards the Mpango with such events where we'll have thousands of youth coming together to have a conversation about their future and the future of the kingdom.
I saw your ex refuting the crimes of the king's heredity. Could you talk to us about that?
There's a lot of speculation out there. The king is well. Fortunately, we spoke last evening. The king is in the United States for further education, but also on engagement for Toro Kingdom. As you can understand how kingdoms function, the king is our best and most valuable asset as a kingdom. So he goes out there to lobby for us, and he's doing that actively. We're actually doing these activities on his guidance and instructions through my office and my cabinet. And it is a pity that some people speculate and send this information. I put out a statement. I will put out another statement. I wanted my colleague, who is the cultural leader of the Wabito, the deputy, my apologies, to put in a cultural statement to emphasize how important it is to understand how culture deals with such situations. That the king is well, what is going out there is speculation, and I emphasize, don't listen to speculation. I am the spokesperson of the kingdom. My statement is supposed to be sold. Any media house which is responsible, when such information comes, should come to us.
Okay.
So,
thank you so much, Right Honorable Prime Minister. Because of time for now, we shall have the Minister in our other subsequent reports. For now, you allow us stop here for now. That is it, what is happening here. A statement from the Prime Minister. Much of the report will be coming in our subsequent report. I'm Sir Julius Navmanya Akiki here in Fort Portal.
Thank you so much, Julius Navmanya there, and of course, details of that will be coming up in our subsequent bulletins. Now, speaking of development, recovery of parish development model funds in Ntungamo district has slowed as 129 newly elected parish leaders await approval and activation to enroll beneficiaries onto the Wendy repayment system. Officials say the transition from the previous financial inclusion system has delayed collections, while limited account access remains a challenge. Authorities continue sensitizing beneficiaries that PDM funds are loans and must be repaid. Bridget Nsimenta joins us from Ntungamo. Bridget, a very good afternoon. Just speaking of the transition, how are they managing in the meantime?
Previously, in May, June, July, the district authorities here, especially those under production, and particularly those working under PDM, were having engagement meetings with these beneficiaries for PDM, sensitizing them on recovery of the funds that they were given during especially those that received the first disbursement fund, that is way back in 2022. 2023. However, also in those meetings, we saw them formulate committees or leaders. They appointed or selected the new leaders for these different PDM circles within different parishes. We are talking about 129 parishes. But then we are seeing that apparently they are into time to recover these funds, that is the PDM funds. The time is now. However, the process has been slowed a little due to issues regarding these particular leaders that were selected or voted in just previously within the last 3 months not being activated or not being approved by the Ministry of Trade as well as Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives. However, that is the only thing that is delaying them, since they are the same people to approve or to enroll the parish members onto these PDM teams or systems. Let's first get to listen to the leadership or the commercial officer for Ntungamo district, what he says about this particular issue.
We did not use the system. So funds came, we disbursed through the bank accounts, and people took their money. At least we have the follow-up, we have the records about people getting their funds. However, it was not through a system which government came later brought in called Wendy. The time for repayment came in for those who had taken the funds for the first batch. So we are conducting exercises of general meetings where we are selecting new leaders of all circles. We actually have over 100, I think, which we have received, and we are working on them so that we submit to the ministry, and the ministry allows, by the copies which we receive from the ministry, we take them to the bank so that they access, they activate leaders who were supposed to authorize payments. Now, that has brought a challenge, especially to repayments, because for those members who had taken funds outside the system, when we enrolled them on financial inclusion, but then we had not put them on Wendy. So, and all the payments of PDM funds or PRFs have passed through Wendy account. So now, in the due course, when we're sensitizing people to pay, they actually came in to pay, but now activating the accounts of the WND, we found it a challenge whereby the leaders who are supposed to enroll the members into a group so that they authorize payments, the leaders have no access to the accounts. So it is until when the leaders have been given authority to access bank accounts, that's when they can also enroll them on WND so that they can also get access, the members get access of depositing funds directly on their accounts.
We are looking at a team of very many people, because way back in 2022-2023, they started with a team and distribute a team of 65 parishes, yes, and they distributed over 1 billion shillings then, and then later on they had to distribute 12 in the second disbursement, 12 billion still to the entire 129 parishes, and that has been continuous. However, we are seeing that now that time for recovery is here, they have also gone ahead to educate the members that this is not a grant. And they say that from their community sensitizations and the publicity they are putting up, the people are ready to pay back these funds. However, it is now left to them to clear the entire system, or to have the leaders activated so that they can also support or enable the entire process to go on smoothly, so that the PDM funds are recovered. That is it for now. Back to the Political Command Center. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Bridget Nsimenta joining us from Ntungamo. And that particular story brings us to a very short break. NBS Live at 1 returns shortly with many more stories.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, endungu ya kusabula. We gonna do free on fire, free on fire, free on fire.
Why pay for someone else's repairs? Say goodbye to hidden costs and hello to peace of mind of a brand new start. Discover the Suzuki range of unmatched, fuel-efficient and reliable options. From the iconic Jimny to the new Across Hybrid. Find the perfect blend of style and world-class efficiency. Upgrade today and enjoy 1 year of free fuel and comprehensive insurance, plus 2 years of free service and a 3-year warranty. Trade in your current car or choose financing to start driving as you pay installments. Don't wait. Visit the Suzuki showroom today or call 0800-211-033 to get started.
The National Mosquito Net Distribution Campaign is back. No one should die of malaria in this era. It is your responsibility to chase malaria from your home. The good news is that the government of Uganda has once again started distribution of mosquito nets under the 5th Universal Coverage Campaign, also known as the Under the Net campaign. Under this exercise, 1 mosquito net will be distributed per 2 people in every household. A village health team member, a community health extension worker, also known as a CHU, and the LC1 chairperson will move house to house to register members of the household in preparation for receiving their mosquito nets. Do not lie back. Ensure that you register all your household members to receive a mosquito net. On the distribution date, move to your distribution point and receive your net. Mosquito nets protect you and your family members from infectious mosquito bites that lead to malaria. Ensure that you receive the net, hang the net, and sleep under the net every night.
Uganda, are you ready? Chikasidwa, ngabiri mulumo August, Kulugaga cricket over. We want to concert your market single nene. Skyview ne Swans Avenue, Bakutu Sako. Vinka, live and loud. I know your biggest musical celebration of the year. Shilling them 20 Saturday Chundu. VIP 12 Nana Chundu. Emeza, ya million nya. Tickets Zitan Sokutundiwa. 20 and Momo. Kamunye, Mumkaga Tano, Kamunye, Billy Zero Kadara. Emiliango to give out somewhere and doesn't nini. Who will Vinka one best stage? Hakonkone Ndongo hit after hit. Titwagaraba Vinka addicts. But Vinka fashionists. Musare, go to Juzeru Gogo. You are Gidua. Skyview. Let me take a kibwa. Swans Avenue.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. And artists, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yugatunes, the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Yugatunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
Remember the songs that made you sing, the moments that made you dance, the voice that captured a generation. Now, Grace Nachimera is back on stage. Join us for the Power of Grace Live Concert, a spectacular evening celebrating the music, the memories, the journey, and the incredible voice that has inspired audiences for years. Friday, 11th September 2026 at Kampala Serena Hotel. Early bird tickets 130,000 shillings, ordinary 150,000 shillings, and tables 3 million shillings. The Power of Grace Concert is sponsored by
Some moments make headlines, others quickly shape our nation, but every moment matters. This August, step into Uganda's story through the eyes of one of its finest visual storytellers. Through the Lens is back. Bigger, bolder, more compelling than ever before. This August 7th, 2026. Witness the defining moments that shaped our nation, from the intensity of the 2026 general elections to the strength of our communities, the beauty of our culture, the courage of our leaders, and the resilience of our ordinary Ugandans whose stories deserve to be seen. Every frame tells a story. Through the Lens, Season 2. Experience Uganda's stories, one frame at a time.
Welcome to NBS Plus, where you take center stage. Be bold, be loud, be creative. From the hottest entertainment to the biggest stories to the boldest voices, this is your space, your vibe. No limits, no filters, just you living, creating, and owning your moment. Only on NBS Plus. Simply download the Afro Mobile app to enjoy all the vibes. NBS Plus, be you.
Welcome back. You are still watching NBS Live at 1 with me, Tracy Kansime. Before we proceed to more stories, a reminder of what is currently going on across the various platforms. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and download the Afro Mobile so you get all of these at any time of your choosing. A reminder that NBS Live continues with the Parliament Committee sessions right there. And we also have Music Taxi happening on Sanyuka. Be sure to get Mukunja live right about now. And then Chill Out is also on Next Radio. So go ahead and enjoy all of these on Afro Mobile. Now back to the news stories. Uganda's Civil Aviation Authority has backed the expansion of domestic air travel following AirServe's launch of the scheduled passenger flights between Entebbe International Airport and Arua. The airline will operate 4 weekly flights using a 12-seater aircraft. The new route is expected to boost tourism, trade and regional connectivity while improving access to West Nile sub-region and the neighboring South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Lawrence Mshabe joins us with details on this story.
It was one thing to have this dream, but it's another thing to actualize it. Please, congratulations. I want to thank you for choosing Arua to be one of your destinations. You have added momentum on ease of the transport between West Nile and the capital city, Kampala. Although from here people land in Entebbe, but from Entebbe to Kampala, that is a highway just now a short distance from there.
We are the bridge. I want to implore AirServe to bridge Arua city to the rest of the cities in this country and outside this country.
Today, I'm happy to say we're finally in Arua. And today we are launching our flights from Entebbe to Arua and back to Entebbe. We'll be flying every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon. We'll depart Entebbe at 1 in the afternoon, 2 hours for check-in. That means you have to be by the airport by 11 o'clock. Departure from Arua is 3 p.m., meaning you have to be at Arua Airport 2 hours before the flight. Today, we are honored to bring the aircraft, which will be operating, which is a Cessna 208B, a Caravan, seating 12 passengers with 2 pilots.
This is boosting our regional plan to grow regionally.
I don't know whether you've passed through this road. I know government is working on the road, but air transport is one of the most very important means of transport that can reduce the cost of doing business.
And that particular piece of good news brings us to the end of NBS Live at 1. For more on these stories, do join us in our subsequent bulletins. We'll certainly be starting with our 4:30 news updates. And later, of course, Masengeje and NBS Live at 9. My name is Tracy Kansime. Up next on NBS is Lunchtime Sport with Fifi Pinky and Stuart. Good afternoon.
Nti